Okay, Margie, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead.
Aloha. I found this really packed with useful information for a 45-minute video that I wish in every church I've ever served in, I'd had that for an orientation prior to the whole nomination election process, that people could really understand, as you've said several times, what they're signing up for and what's expected of them, and what much more useful result that would get for the members of the board. So I think you ought to disseminate it to churches so it can be used for exactly that purpose. I'll take the first copy.
Okay, so you have a copy of the video, so you have it now. So you can use it. You know,
I was mostly looking for the permission to do just that.
Well, you can use it, and if you feel indebted in any way because of its value to you, then you can just send the church a love offering.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, I would go ahead and use it. Now here's how I'm coaching my clients who are using the video. It's about beginning to educate the congregation with respect to the board's effort, and so there's this, the whole intent behind this is what I describe as partnership. Creating partnership is a value that is quite new in the way in which we do ministry. And what that means is that the board begins to convey to the community its intent to raise the bar for itself. And in part, the training that's available is one of the ways in which you convey to the community what you're doing, as opposed to just doing this in the background. You want to begin to help the congregation understand what the effort is. And then if people are interested in the congregation, you share the link with them too. And make it available so that they understand what the board's job is. And that's another way that they can help hold the space for the board to be in its integrity and in its capacity to embody the values that serve the greater good of the board.
Somebody said knowledge is power. And that's what's useful about this video in my mind, because often, having been in the invitation/recruiting position in congregations, what people don't understand, they're often resistant to or even fearful of. And so this gives people enough of a view, if they have no experience, to understand how a board operates, how it functions, and what it's supposed to be doing in the life of the community, and that it's an integral part. It's not this removed thing off behind the curtains where, you know, the wizard is running things. That it helps equip people for the ability to feel a call, really, to serve on the board.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we want is people feeling the call, because if the board is not capable of embodying and modeling what we want the community to observe, this is what it looks like to be in ownership. And so if we don't have a way of kind of describing what that looks like, and if the board's not able to model it in the context of how they're showing up, how they're being with their intent to to own and serve, moving the ministry forward, that's what we're wanting our boards to model. And in order for that to happen, they have to be the board can't be siloed from the community. It has to be integral. There has to be a kind of, if you can imagine a fishing net, a web, and everyone's connected in some authentic, meaningful way. And the interconnection is in the context of what we count on each other for. Because it doesn't matter who's in what job or who's accountable to whom, everybody counts on each other for stuff. That's the interconnection, that's the net. And within that net are the individual board members who are integral to being networking in the network of the broader community. And they need to be able to articulate what is the effort behind the board's work in terms of its effort to hold the space for sufficiency to manifest, its effort to manage the challenges of whatever's up. And for a lot of churches, it's decline. So all that begins to create a relationship between the board as servant leaders and the community of governing members, which need to feel like we're in this together and we're creating something together that requires our partnership and the owning of what it is that we're trying to bring forth. And that level of coherence is not attainable through regular board training, through regular roles and accountabilities training. But we have to begin somewhere. We have to begin with offering a beginning point where the conversation starts with respect to holding up the bar, elevating our intent to be working in the context of coherence, integrity, self-responsibility, accountability, our interconnection, and our interdependency. All of these are important values that need to be a part of people managing and doing the ministry practice in a new way.